we are centered now at FCT. One thing I want you to put at the back of your mind is that if you give 3 people 100 million today, don't expect the same results.
Yeah.
For 3 of them, the result is going to be different, because God that created us have a reason why He created us. Mr. A can decide to use 80% and work for the people. Mr. B can decide to use only 50% and work for the people. And Mr. C could decide to use only 30%. Anything that will happen, let it happen. But I don't want to speak much on it until, by the grace of God, if God grant my desire, my heart desire, and I become the chairman of Area Council, people will know the difference between who means well for Area Council and who does not mean well for Area Council.
I want you to know that we are going to talk about the area council autonomy. We are in Abuja, so in FCT we call it area council, but every other state it is called local government autonomy, you know, and the Supreme Court just grant local government autonomy, and you all know what autonomy means, that this time around the local government or area council, they are going to be getting finance directly from the treasury. So I have somebody here that I'm going to be talking to. Is the next chairman of Buhari Area Council. I know what I'm saying. I know why I said that, because he was a candidate, and I don't want to say won, but you know, he was so close. But this time there's nothing that will stop him, because he's a man of the people. But let me start by introducing him. He is the former immediate chairman of Area Council Service Commission, the immediate past chairman of Area Council Service Commission. He is FCT. Then also he was a former supervisory councillor, environmental Buhari Area Council, environmental under Buhari Area Council. Of course, I've said it all, and I've said that he was the candidate of APC, or Progressive Congress Party. APC. He was the candidate for that election, the past election that held in FCT, and of course he's still the aspirant. That's why it's called. That's why I said that he's going to be the next chairman. Okay, let us meet the next chairman. His name is Honorable Shekwolo. I wanted to put that, and he's going to introduce himself properly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
What a privilege to interview you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy for this privilege. I want to thank you for granting us audience today to interview you. Sir, can we meet you, sir?
Thank you very much. I remember my humble self, Honorable Dr. Haruna Shekwolo, from a community called Ushafa in Buhari Area Council.
Wow, you see, I miss that. Doctor is there, Honorable is there, and Haruna is there. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, what do you have to say? Because we have a couple of questions, so we are going to be doing rapid fire. Yeah. So what do you have to say concerning this local government or area council financial autonomy? Knowing that all the social media, all the radio or TV station, they are talking about state, but we are trying to beam our light on FCT to really talk about the challenges and what this means for the area council in FCT. So what is your take so far concerning this development, the financial autonomy by the Supreme Court?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would say I will not only be speaking of FCT, but I will be speaking about Nigeria.
Wow.
And this financial autonomy, I want you to know that it is long overdue. And for this to see the light of the day, it is the joy of every Nigerian, because all of us have our local government and our locality. No matter how you grow and become wealthy and you stay in the city, even the city, they are under the local government. Coming to FCT, sir,
yes,
I want you to know that FCT, why they may not be discussing about it at this moment, is because before now they have been benefiting of that financial autonomy.
They have been benefiting.
Yes.
Okay, I will come to that.
The allocation is given to them. Only that when it came and they will go to the FCT, where the Minister of State is the one in charge of the affair, they will distribute to them the way it's supposed to be. It's not like other states. But in state, the governor decide what go to the local government. In FCT is not like that. So the joy of this thing is more or less, the pressure is more or less on the state, because the state have not really feel the impact of what they are supposed to feel as local government. The governors, which I may not say all the governors, there are some governors that are giving the local government what is due for them, but some will decide on what to give them, and the chairman has no reason to question them. But in FCT, I want to tell you that before now, they have been receiving their allocation direct the way it's supposed to be. The minister has not in any time reduced the allocation. The only thing I know they do is that there are some percentage of which is for training, some are for pension, some are for area council and earlier staff. Those are the only ones that are deducted, which it is what the law said it should be done. I was the chairman area council service commission. 1% training fund was always directed to my office in order for me to be able to train the staff of area council so that they will be able to discharge their duty as well. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So I yesterday the chairman governors forum of Nigeria, the person of Abdurrahman Abdurazak, the Kwara state governor, said that the state used to bail out a lot of financial activities in the state. So I want you to throw more light on FCT. So before I will come to the financial autonomy, what it means for the area council. So I want to throw more light. So do FCT minister bail out the area council?
Yes, at times they do bail out the area councils. But another thing I want you to understand is this: when the area council will now feel the impact of this autonomy is when it comes to generation of revenue. Unlike before, where the state will generate and decide what comes to area council. But in this case, and I believe that they will also work on that aspect so that they will make sure that whatever is being generated from area council A will be used judiciously, and the particular percentage that is supposed to be for the particular area council, it will be given to them. You understand? It's just like you having a father and you have he has children.
Yes.
Of course, there is a stage that the child will reach and he will decide to be on his own. When you are married, you are not supposed to be under the care of your father again. Before, when we used to farm, when they bring the farm product, they will put them in a particular place where they will be stored. And until the head of the family decide when they should give food to the wives that they will give, automatically, if you as a child of that father, if he has not given you that right to go and distribute, you cannot go. It's the same thing with this financial autonomy, because the state governor, I listened to him yesterday when he said that they have been reduced of the pressure and the stress of the area council. Yes. But if you want to put the reality, you should be able to know what is there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a couple of questions to ask you. The way we were talking about illustration of father and the son.
Yes.
So the challenge I'm looking at, even looking at FCT, I think you should answer this one first. You said FCT is receiving their appropriate financial distribution before now.
Yes.
Does that mean that FCT was having a financial autonomy? So I need you to actually distinguish it from what this means to FCT. What will be the difference from what they were doing before? What are we expecting
there
differently?
Will be likely little different.
Okay.
But I want to say that the federal allocation that is meant for the area council of FCT were directly sent to them. They have a joint account for the 6 area council, or which when the money comes in, they will now distribute them to various stakeholders that has to do with area council. You understand? But it's not as if the minister will hold the money and decide what to give to them and what not to give to them. FCT is not like that. Unlike that of the state, that the governor, the allocation will come to the state government until you write on the particular project you want to do before the money will be released to you. FCT is not like that. When they remove all these deductions, the remaining fund that is left for each area council is sent directly to their accounts.
Okay, let me ask you.
That is why you see that that is what they will now use to do some of the projects at their locality.
Okay. Not to go back, as in to tell before the minister will decide, okay, this is what you will get.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
The fund come with clear explanation.
Okay. From the federal government. Okay.
That this is what is for area council B, area council C, area council D.
It's not decided
so
by...
it's not as if when it comes there, they decide there. No.
It's not decided by the minister.
No. It is the federal revenue, I think the federal revenue allocation that has the duty of seeing what area council A, area council B should give.
Just strictly for FCT?
For all the local government in Nigeria.
Okay.
For all the local government.
So why
there is a chart.
Why is it that the state area council, local government, why is it that is not applied to them and FCT have the benefit?
It is applied there.
Okay.
What is done? If you have like 10 local government,
okay,
from what the federal government is giving, the amount for each local government is written there. But they will join the money for one particular state and say, okay, send it to that their joint account. They have what they call joint account.
Do FCT have that joint account?
Yes, FCT has. And when the money comes that of FCT, everybody already know what is meant for him. This is the particular amount for Bore Area Council. This is the money for Amak. This is the money for Kuje. This is the money for Kukwali. This is the one for Abaji. And Wawada. When it comes from the federal, from the JAC, that is the federal allocation.
Yes.
When it comes from there, it is already defined what is meant for each area council. It is based on that now, they will now begin to deduct how many, at times, that is why you see that the fund, normally if you look at it, Buhari is the next when it comes to the population and development in the FCT. But sometimes you will discover that some area council fund will be higher than that of Buhari.
Yes.
The reason is this: our area strength, the numbers of our primary schools in Buhari are much. So you will discover that the money that go to local education authority will now reduce the allocation of Buhari. And that is why, because if you look at it, if you go to the statistics, you check what is the numbers of the alien staff in Buhari, what is the numbers of alien staff in Kuje. Maybe if Buhari, Amak is getting, let's assume, 100 million, Buhari 80 million, Kuje 90, Kuje, let's say Kuje 70 million, Gogoda 70, and so on. But the alien staff of Kuje, let's assume the earlier staff is 20 million. But coming to, if he manages that 20 million from 70, you'll be left with what? With 50. But coming to Buhari, you will discover that area staff are twice that of Kuje, which will be around account 40 million. If 40 million is deducted from the 80 million, Buhari will be left with 40 million. But looking at it, people will now look, how will Kuje now get allocation more than Buhari? It is not like that. It is the deduction that have affected Buhari.
So let's talk about development. I was listening to New Caro, former chairman in Nasarawa State, and he has said that because of the financial constraint the local government we're having, there's no visible development, So I want to ask you, coming to FCT, if you said that they have been receiving, why is it that most of the area council in FCT is not experiencing infrastructural development, like roads? Most of the road in Buhari area council is bad. When you go to Gwabalada, most of the road is bad. Apart from the AMAC, where you see like the FCT minister is really concentrating, they are working, they do innovation. But when you go to every other area council, like the suburb, like go to Karu local government area council, you go to Buhari, you go to Kwali, you go to Gwabalada, you go to Kuje, you see the roads are bad. You see some of them don't have good hospital, some of them don't have good amenities. What is responsible for it? And how will this financial autonomy change that?
Thank you very much. We are centered now at FCT. One thing I want you to put at the back of your mind is that if you give 3 people 100 million today, don't expect the same results.
Yeah.
For 3 of them, the result is going to be different, because God that created us have a reason why He created us. Mr. A can decide to use 80% and work for the people. Mr. B can decide to use only 50% and work for the people, and Mr. C could decide to use only 30%. Anything that will happen, let it happen. But I don't want to speak much on it until, by the grace of God, if God grant my desire, my heart desire, and I become the chairman of our area council, people will know the difference between who means well for our area council and who does not mean well for our area council. Thank you.
Okay. So I want to ask you. I have 2 questions running in my mind, but let me beam the light in Buhari area council. I've walked through the FCT or the area council in FCT. Like I'm really concerned that there's no development. Now I want to draw your attention to Buhari area council. If you look at from Pape to Kubwa to Duse to Shafa, I leave Buhari for now. I have not seen road that is being constructed. I've not seen amenities that are being constructed. I've not seen health center that is being improved on. I've not seen critical, since I've been in Abuja anyway, since 2013. I've not seen a major construction in all of this, apart from Buhari, that I've seen 1 or 2 constructions. And Buhari is just the seat of power. Buhari is a place in Buhari area council. Like we have major city I just mentioned, like Kubwa, Duse, Pape, and Ushafa. Why is it that these people don't receive the dividends of democracy, or feel the impact of area council in Buhari area council?
What you have said, I may not want to disagree with you in totality, but I want to say that if you check the statistic, let me say, starting from the time of Samson Dewi, coming to Sadat, coming to Obama, coming to like Ushafa, let me use Ushafa as a case study. We have about 2 to 4 roads. We had 3 roads that were constructed during that area.
How many years ago?
That is about 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
Yes. You see this road
Okay.
that interpay the major road from this order. The one from Jigo interchangeable. And this Ushafa Circuit Road to that port, it was during that.
16 years ago, what is happening these
Now,
days that we don't
during-
see those kind of roads
During
anymore?
Obama time,
Okay.
you can see that Pabba Road was during Obama time.
How many years ago?
That is Obama, I think it should be around that time, 12 years ago.
12 years ago. 16, that is
Yes.
over 10 years ago. Since 10 years ago,
Let's say 10 years ago.
Yeah, people have not really feel the
Now,
impact.
I'm just telling you about Ushafa.
Okay.
I'm not telling you about, I've not gone to other. That Pabra Road, that Obama Street at Ushafa Transformer was the Obama that did it. Coming to 2016, there was one particular one that Obama wanted to do, but he compensated halfway. Musa Deko came, he completed the compensation because there were structures that need to be moved to give way for the road. After then, he mobilized the contractor and they started clearing. They did the drainages. Thinking he will come back for the second time, he could not. You hear me? The contractor, he finished the drainage, but he could not apply the asphalt since it was a change of government. Until when this present chairman coming, and by the grace of God, when I showed my interest to contest, and he was faced with this challenge. What has he done in the Shafa community? That was when he now paid the contractor the remaining 20%, and they now asphalted the road.
What road is that, sir?
That is Shekwolo Road.
Shekwolo.
That road you followed through my house.
Okay.
That is the road.
Okay.
But you will not begin to ask. I want to tell you.
And that road is very short.
Yes. I want to tell you that till today, there is no chairman that has beaten the record of Isadara.
Isagara.
Yes.
That was what year, sir?
That was Isadara was the chairman. I think
Okay, well, how many years ago?
it should be 14, 16 years ago.
You talk about the individuality that is involved in the area council. So I want to ask you, sir, when you come in, what would be the uniqueness? Like I told you, I personally have not felt the impact of area council chairman, and the people of area council are yearning for that leader that will do transformation, especially Buhari area council. You know, when you go to the street, people are crying, people are looking for a leader that will bring that happiness. Do you think that you are the leader that will bring that happiness and hope to the people, just like the former area council chairman that you mentioned?
Thank you very much. You ask, what will I do different?
Yes.
That will bring more light and hope for the people of Buhari.
Yes.
One thing you have to check in a human being. What is his antecedents? Thank God you are in this community. You are in this community.
Yes.
I want to draw attention to 2020, 2016 to 2019. Before then, Bushava here used to have only one road, only one entrance. Around that time, 2015, there was one heavy rain that fell and it cut off our bridge. Nobody could go out that day, neither come with a car. Until when we used this quarry, that was during the period of our late brother, Ghana, Obama. Talk to them and they came with one that had before we could be able to move. Of course, if this company were not here, we would have stayed for good 3-4 days without a way out. I get it.
Yes.
But 2016, when Musadiko won, I was just a supervisory councillor. Looking at some of the documents from my department, I discovered that these quarries, with the pollution they are causing us, there is a social corporate responsibility they are supposed to be providing to every community. I switch it out. Today, that is why you can see this order of from ACC to Angon TV and make it happen.
Initiated by you.
Yes. Today, by this time last year, we started working at ACC, this is Ushafa Primary School. You know how they suffered before now. They suffered for years. I use that method again, and I make this company to surface dress the road. First of all, they put a cover and surface dress the road. Today, you can move there now without feeling any
Impact.
any mud on your car. We didn't know all this for this. If you go to Ushafa Junction here, Ushafa Junction, you will see a 4-bedroom duplex that is being developed. That will be an official residence for our community chief. And we are building a palace there again, which will be official palace for the community.
Wow.
As I'm speaking to you, the building has been covered. The plastering is ongoing now. Supervised by me. The fund that was released for that project by the company, which I facilitated, was 89 million. Of course, if you look at it, you say, will that money complete it? If that money did not complete the project, we will source our own source from other means to complete the project.
Sir, why?
Sir,
Okay.
looking at this, other people would have preferred to take the money.
Yes. And
Because the company are residing in my father's land, in our grandfather's land. We have a say. We decide what they should do and what they should not do. Some family would have decided that whatsoever thing will be given to the community, let it be given to them so that we will benefit of it. That is the type of heart I have. And what makes me feel that if I'm giving, if I make Buhari Council chairman today, that I will not use the finances made for Buhari Council judiciously.
Okay, sir. You have done well. I want to say well done, especially for your immediate community where you live. They said charity begins at home, and I like your system. Sir, can you extend this your magnanimity to other part of the area council? Like when you go to Pape, there's a lot of quarry in Pape, and they are not imparting in Pape. Can you use your good heart to ensure that those people that are, those companies that are doing quarry in Pape to also impart Pape? There are a lot of roads there too that also needs attention.
Thank you very much. You see, in anything you have to do, you have to check before you enter. One, at the time they did the agreement, I was not there. And if they have entered any agreement with the quarry, it will be difficult for me as an individual to be able to change it. But if I was executive chairman of Buhari Council, sir, I will change it and I will make them do the right thing that they are supposed to do for the people. Social corporate responsibility is different with monitoring times.
Wow. Wow.
They didn't say they should give them money, but they say social corporate responsibility. Go and do something for them. This is your contribution. Sir, I'm interested to know that even the banks that are resided in Buhari Council, they are supposed to be providing all these social corporate responsibility to us.
Wow.
Come to look at Moko. Look at the numbers of the quarries in Moko, but they are still moving on that back.
Yes.
It's a slap on us. Some of the development of this not limit that you must be the one to finance them. You can bring an initiative, some developments will come. Check it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You have really thrown more light. So my last question. So how will you describe this initiative by by your principal, which is the person of President Amebola Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, how will you commend his effort concerning this financial autonomy?
Honestly, as I earlier said, that it's long overdue. And for the president to have this heart, he said he was going to do it during his campaign. And for him to implement it shows that he's the one that Nigeria should believe on. And by the grace of God, we will continue to pray for him so that he will have good health. And see how he can bring other things that will benefit Nigeria. This financial autonomy that will be given to governor, into the chairman, sir, the chairman can decide on his own to employ some securities that will be able to protect his area council, not waiting for the governor to do that. So is honestly any Nigerian that says he's not happy with this, then that Nigerian doesn't wish this country.
Okay, sir, in 1 minute before we round up, in 1 minute, do you think that now EFCC will be after the local government chairman all over Nigeria, like just the way they go after their tenure, just the way they go after governors?
Sir, if you are not a thief, will you be afraid of police?
No.
So if EFCC come after, if I'm chairman today and they come after me, and I know that I have not.
You know, before they don't come about. They don't come against them.
In FCT here, they have offices.
Yeah, but what I mean is that they don't go to area council because they believe that the minister or the governor, they are the one eating the money. Because now they are now sharing from directly. Now the light will be beamed on the area council. So what are you seeing the EFCC is going to be doing for area council?
If your father gave you 100 naira,
yes, sir,
and you use 80 naira to do what he asked you to do, and you now use 100 naira or 200 naira by yourself, will your father penalize you? But in a situation whereby your father give you 100 naira and you went and used 20 naira, what do you expect? Your father should be happy with you.
Wow.
So anybody that does not want EFCC to come close to you should do the right thing. Wow. That is all.
Thank you, sir. It's nice speaking to you, sir.
You're welcome.
That names it. Thank you so much.